my lifestyle of living where I'm living a secret from the people that I work with. Because I feel, though perhaps unfairly, that they won't understand it. As a teenager, I thought it was a really uncool lifestyle. As I've got older, I've begun to realise that actually it makes you pare down your life. You know, in a house you collect so much stuff. And actually, where is that stuff going to take you and what are you going to do with it? Yeah. You're able really to look at your life and your wardrobe and all the things that you gather and collect dust that you don't need. It allows you to live purely and for who you are, though as cheesy as it might sound.
Amy Winehouse, you should be stronger than me. She put a band together to her first session called It Made a Veil, and it was the first time the band had played together. She was convinced that she was never going to be a star, and we were trying to tell her that we thought she was going to be stratospheric.
6 of the best, part of BBC Radio 6 Music, celebrates 10 years. Go to the website and you'll find all the details. There's a form.
I'll head off on the first weekend of March up to, but prior to going, if I just dump my stuff on the roof.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. No, this one, that's a good thing about having an elbow back in. That's forever.
Yeah.
I love that one, the big frame as well.
Your life is dictated by subsistence and by need and not really by want, because usually what you want is beyond what the boat is capable of providing. So I'd say it is a very pure existence which kind of exists purely on need and on kind of reduced consumption. The canal feels like a kind of a sub-level of living. It almost feels like a different world, and it's just kind of sitting amongst, you know, London's infrastructure. Some of my favourite experiences on the boat have been the bits where things go profoundly wrong. You have the strongest concept of being free when you make like huge errors that you wouldn't in the kind of safety of the land, as it were. There's a natural recognition of being in a difficult and a slightly more conscientious lifestyle together, and that creates a very strong sense of community.
Much more of a community than living in a flat or a house where people generally keep themselves to themselves, and people don't actually really say, they don't even dare say good morning, but on the towpath everyone says good morning. Some people assume that you're very wealthy. Some people think, my God, how have you come to that point in your life where you're living on that?
It's kind of broken my conception of London being kind of being these economic hubs, because you're basically transcending that whatever you do. Cycling to work from the boat, and I'd feel like, am I even allowed to be here, spending so little money? I think the boat is different wherever you are. I find it almost feels like a different dwelling place in different areas. When we'd been out at a pub or something in Camden, and then we went home at night, it was kind of quiet, and when I was lying in bed it was like it could be anywhere. It kind of broke down a conception of London, or a concept of London being like very active areas or very private areas, because the canal almost feels like a big long stretch of what could be your home.
Once you actually step outside of your house, you feel alive and awake. And when you're on a boat, you constantly feel like that because your outside is just there. You're kind of living in the backwaters of urban waste.
Even though it's maybe not aesthetically pleasing, I do find it pleasing to see. I find it kind of an honest appraisal of a city. And for me, that contrast makes the industrial part and the kind of more pretty part a lot nicer.
I've began to realise that there's so many gems that is London, and it's so multicultural and there's so many different pockets. If you live in one particular spot, you generally surround yourself with that area and you get to know, which is great because it comes maybe villagey, but I think London can be very cold. Through that you have a community with the people that you travel with and the people that you meet at different places, the people that you're next to.
With eyes inside my gator, she'll get it later. Sing oh, hidey-ho, and Heidi's hiding all his guard. Through the rushes we will go to find a hiding hole for lovers on the cover. This side was rising. You finally creased your brow, but I knew you were delighted. There's beauty all around. I am ignited. Cast your eyes out. We'll travel